Right, well there we have it. You join me down here on a new venue to me, my local club lake. As you can probably hear, it's ridiculously windy, gale force winds, and I still came out in it. And straight away I've had a fish, probably only about 8 pounds, but still a cracker, put up an amazing fight. I mean, you can see it in the length, it was a mental fight. So yeah, it's Vivic House in a minute. I haven't got the rods out, so I need to do that, and I should get back to you as soon as possible. Cheers, so I'm just going to tell you a bit now about the lake and the swim and what I've done. Basically, I've been here probably 2-3 hours, and basically I've just joined this lake. I joined it this morning. A couple of my mates and Dommy and Rocky have fished it before. It's a very nice small little gravel pit, probably only about 4 or 5 acres, maybe pushing 6. A really nice lake, mostly clay bottom. I've flicked about the marker float, couldn't find any particular gravel spots or any particular silk spots or anything like that, so it's all pretty much clay. And yeah, it's a really nice lake. It's got it's originally a match lake, so it's got a real good stock of fish. I don't know how many there are. I'd say at least 1,500, if not more. Average size is probably between 6 to 12 pounds, not massive fish. Like you saw earlier on, that common was about 8 pounds, pushing 10. So yeah, some nice fish, mixture of mirrors and commons. They've got a 30 in there, I believe it's 34 pounds, very nice fish. A few 20s, and then some nice doubles in there as well. Because it used to be a match lake, the swims are quite close together, and there's a lot of water that people can fish into your water. So I've chosen a swim which is called Peg number 28, which is basically the lake's divided by an island. I'm fishing straight across the island, and actually got it clipped up within sort of 2-3 foot off one of the bushes. It's probably about a 30-yard cast, so a really comfortable cast, and it's quite shallow there, probably only about 3-4 foot. And it drops down and you get a deeper shelf. The rod that went was actually fished further down the shelf, probably 3/4 way across. I just flicked them out just while I was setting up, and now I've decided to go closer for the night. And then another rod's just down in the margin to an overhanging bush, which is a stunning spot. Really thick clay and silty material there, but it's alright. I fished a long hook link over the top of it, and it's a really nice spot. So yeah, I don't know a lot about it. I don't know what baits work down here, so I've just started off with small baits, because obviously match fishing, they're using small baits, mainly sweet corn, luncheon meat, that sort of thing. So I've got a whittled down Hinders Fruits pop-up, really small, probably only about 10 mil, fished on a little pop-up rig with a size 8 long shank mugger, with a bag of pellet, and on the other rod is the same rig but just with a small 10 mil mainline pop-up. Just fished with a bag of Little Gems pellets as well. So really simple tactics. I'm not committing too much bait. I was originally going to spod down here and put a lot of spod mix out, or munger, but I've decided not to. It's a particle blend consisting of Hinders, Cup, Crunch and Chopped Tigers, salt and pepper and chili hemp from Hinders, also some Little Gems pellets and G-Force feeder mix, with some sweet corn and tuna, but I decided not to do that. I may prefer a few handfuls down the margin spot later on, because you can walk round to it, but I don't know. So for the time being, it's looking good. So as you're looking here now, this is the island bang in front of us there that divides the lake. It runs right up to the top, to the left hand side of my swim, and on the other side there's also more lake. And then as you come down to the right here, you've got the main body of the lake out there. I don't know whether you can see it, you might be able to see it just through the swim, which is through there, and the wind is hacking right down in there. I was going to get down there, but it was just too windy. I would have been turned upside down, so yeah. The first mirror of the session. So literally straight after I put that comment back that I just spoke to you there, this roared off. Literally, I was just trimming down a hook bait to put it back out, and this went probably only about 2 pounds, really small, but still, it's great fun, you know. So yeah, let's hope for some more. It's looking good. So let's get it back, see what happens. Right, well, here's the first fish of the night. It's probably getting off about 10:30 now. I was just sat there watching Dave laying on the laptop, and it ripped off on my right-hand rod. Sorry, left-hand rod, which is in the margin there. Well, not the margin, but left-hand spot. And yeah, probably 5.5 pound common. Quite a nice little fish. Fought well. Cracking. Let's get it back and see what else is in store for the night. Right, well, last night was pretty uneventful. I stayed up quite a while after that fish and didn't have anything. The wind was just blowing the bobbins about and that sort of thing, so I brought the rods in the end. I knew I wouldn't leave them out there. So yeah, I've been up now since about 5. It's getting on probably 6, half past now. Getting on maybe 7. I put them back out about 5:30. Haven't seen much show, and they were showing there last night, but I think they've gone down in the wind when they come out to feed. So I mean, the sun's coming up. It's looking like a nice day. The wind's calmed off now, so the conditions have completely swung round. And yeah, I think they're going to move back up here as the heat gets up. This is the shallow end of the lake. So last night as it got cold, they went down to the deeper end, and then as it gets warmer, they're going to move up, I think. So it could be a bit of weather for some zig fishing. But yeah, it's going to be good. It's getting shallower up here, so they're going to come up. The wind is apparently going to change as well. It's going to swing right round. We've had pretty much southwesterlies all the time, and I think it's changed to, well, yesterday it was a southerly, and now it's changed to southwesterly. So wind's already changed. I think if there was a new wind, I'd get on it, but I don't think it's going to change that much. So I just think it's going to get warmer. I think they'll come up this area. It's usually a good spot here, so I'm going to hold here and see what happens. But yeah, I think I'm going to change tactics. I'm going to get on the pellet, tip with imitation corn. That's usually a good one, that, and see if I can bag a bite, because the rod's been out now probably half an hour and I haven't had even a liner, so I don't know what's going on, but hopefully we can have one. Okay, so no sooner that I changed over to the pellet, this is ripped off. This is my right hand rod over to the island. What a cracker, probably about 3.5 pound, 3.5 pound, but still, cracker, nice little fight, good fun. So let's get it back out and see if we can get another one. Go on fishing. Okay, so I'm just going to show you the rig that just did the damage there, because straight away, as soon as I changed over it, it went straight away. You may have seen music before, as simple as it really is. All it is, 15 pound IQ, quarter IQ. And if we pop out the hook here from the bag, it's caught up on it. You've got a hemp and halibut pallet, 12mm tip with a piece of pop-up corn, size 8 wide gape, bit of silicone on the shank underneath there, and that's it. Simple as. Just pulling that into the bag, little gems with Elix pellets in there, just soaked with Salmon Pro liquid, and that's what's doing it. It's so simple. Some of the best days fishing can be had on the simplest methods, and there's nothing like a good hemp and halibut pellet. It really does do it sometimes, so that could be the winning tactic. Well, there we go. See, this one's really worth putting up to the camera. Really small common here, probably about pound and a half, but still lovely little stunner. Still got leeches on him, so I don't know why that is. Must have, I don't know, they wouldn't be holding up at this time of year, but still, what a stunner, taking on the pellet from the island behind me. Got both rods on the island now, and that seems to be producing, so let's get this little one back and see if we can maybe get his brother or mother or something like that a bit bigger. Right, well there we are, another common, just taking my margin rod there, thought it should have had a bite, redid it, the new pop-up, new bag, recast the spot again, put some bait back out, and here she is, probably about 6 pound, really lively. I'm going to have to put her back before she beats me up anymore, so yeah, gone fishing, cracker. Right, well here we are, the biggest fish this session, 10 pound 2, and it's my first ghostie actually. What a stunner. What a way to get a bigger fish on the bank. Well, that's the end of the session now. I'm just packing up. The rods are still out, but I'm packing up now. It's been a good session. Could have fished better, but you know, I'll be back here soon. I've had some nice fish. Yeah, it's been good. See you next time. Cheers, guys.